Alrighty, boys and girls, time for Chapter 8, Section 2, Area of Circles. For this section, there's one equation that we really have to concern ourselves with. Area of the circle equals pi times the radius squared. So, in case this radius squared part has you a little bit confused, remember, radius squared, that little 2 is an exponent. That means that we write the base that many times in a multiplication problem. So, what that means is area equals pi times radius squared. You can think of as area equals pi times radius. Now, the easiest way to show you how to use this is with an example. So let's take a look at an example problem right here. So here we have a circle. Put a radius there. Let's say a radius of 2 inches. So to find the area this whole circle would take up, use our formula, area equals pi times radius squared. Pi, remember, we're going to use 22 over 7. And for the radius, we have 2 inches. Since it's squared, we have it twice. Make that a fraction by putting it over 1. And now, when I multiply across on top, I end up with 88 inches squared. And for the denominators, when I multiply across, I end up with 7. 88 divided by 7, and our calculator is going to come up to 12.5714. And if I wanted to round this to the nearest tenth, let's say, there's the 10th place right there, so I look to the right. If it's 5 or more, I add 1 to this 10th place. Since it is, this is going to round to 12.6. Remember, your units were inches squared. So now, let's take a look at another example. Okay, so here we have a circle, and this time we have a diameter, and the diameter is 28 meters. Now, the formula that we have is area equals pi r squared, so we need to get the radius. Remember, if the diameter is 28 meters, radius is half of that, so radius is going to equal 14 meters. So now we're going to use that in our equation. Area equals pi times radius squared. Pi is going to be 22 over 7. The radius is 14 meters, and since it's squared, we have it twice. I make this a fraction by putting it over 1. And when we multiply this straight across, we end up with a numerator of 4,312. And meter times meter is going to be meter squared. On bottom, 7 times 1 times 1 is 7. When we divide this, we're going to end up getting 616 meters squared. Now, one other thing that you have to take a look at is sometimes you're going to be asked to find the area of a semicircle. A semicircle is half of a circle. So, for example, let's say we had a semicircle, and let's say the radius was 14 meters. Well, in order to solve this, what we're going to do is we're going to find the area as if it were an entire circle and then just take half of this. Now, hopefully, you're noticing, since this radius is 14 meters, that's the same as a diameter of 28 meters, which is what we just did. We already know the area of a circle with the 28 meter diameter from this work here is 616 meters squared. So, we're going to take the 616 meters squared, which is the area of the whole entire circle if it wasn't chopped in half, and just divide it by 2. And when we do that, we end up getting 308 meters squared. So that would be the area of the semicircle, or half circle of that size. If you understand that, you should be in pretty good shape for this section. See you in class, boys and girls.